Welcome back to the kitchen table of Silver Surfwax for Silver Surfwax Sunday. This is the long-awaited full stack video update for the year 2021, or at least how much silver we've had since the year up to the beginning of the new year. We'll talk about the full stack and some of my full stack goals. For right now, I just wanted to kind of show the before picture, or the before scenario. Here is the ammo cans with the full stack of silver. All of this has silver in it. Not all of these cans are full, but many of them are. So this is kind of, I guess, an example of how much this silver takes up, how much volume. It's not insignificant amount of volume, but for the amount of silver we're talking here, I feel like this is actually pretty compact. And this can fit in a medium to large size safe, or at least spread out to multiple safes. Fits pretty good. You can even get two of these in a safety deposit box, believe it or not. Although it makes the safety deposit box really heavy to lift. But the thing I want to do here, I think, is just kind of go into initially do the too long didn't read version of what we have. So for you guys with short attention spans, you can kind of see how much silver this is. And then I'm going to go through the process of laying it out. So I'll do that in those two stages. And let's get started. So as you know, I have just some silver dime books here. These silver dime books, have a certain face value. You can see how many dimes I have in each one of these books. And that works out to be about 22 ounces. So just these books together is 22 ounces of silver in total. And so I have those listed as just by the count. All of the rest of these, I have ounces on here. So I got 191 ounces here, 500 ounces here. All of these guys are 500 ounces. I don't think this one is, though. Yeah, it's 28 ounces. And I have those in reasonable order. I'll go ahead and do the totals at the end of the video, but we're looking at roughly 4,500 ounces, or just under that amount. 4,500 ounces of silver is what we're talking about. And, the goal for 2021 is to get to 5,000 ounces. I'm not sure if, and I'll have to do this research. I just thought of this. One of the goals when I early was stacking was to get to 5,000 ounces. And I remember Chris Dwayne, who's a YouTuber, he does Silver Bullet, Silver Shield. Kind of nuts. Love the guy, but he's a little bit wacky. Goes a little bit crazy. Is maybe too strong of a silver advocate. But I'd listen to his videos all the time anyway, just for his perspectives. He had a scale, and I can't remember what it is. I'm gonna have to research this and find it out. But ultimately, it was like if you had 100 ounces, you were a silver soldier or something like this. And then if you were had 500 ounces, you were that. And if you had 1,000 ounces, you were that. And if you had 5,000 ounces, you were a silver king. And I think his logic was something that, a king could buy an army for a tenth of an ounce of silver per day. And so if you had 5,000 ounces of silver, you had the equivalent of what a king could purchase an army or run a kingdom on. And so the fact that I'm getting close to 5,000 ounces of silver, and that is sort of my goal here, long term, I've been looking to get there, is pretty exciting to me. So pretty exciting to get to the Silver King level. I'll have to verify that that's his scale. Again, I just off the top of my head was thought of that. And so 5,000 ounces, guys, that's what I'm going for. Not quite there yet. 4,500 ounces-ish here. We'll count it up and verify it. But I did at least get through, counting out every can. So I've got you know, 90 ounces, 80 ounces, 28 ounces in this can. All these guys are 500. They're too heavy to pick up one armed. This is this and this right here is dimes. And so let's take a quick peek. Without further ado, I've got a lot of the Mercury dimes that are in here that haven't don't have full rolls yet. I got a lot of my Roosevelt dimes in here that are full rolls, and one of them that's not full here at 34. All the rest of these have 50 in them, and so I'm gonna end up, you know, taking all these out. But you can see that these have various counts of dimes. This roll has 3. This roll has 47. So these just are you know, because of the fact that they have year and mint mark, I haven't completed these rolls yet. But this can has all completed rolls, as we've gone over before. And there's 140 rolls of 50. That makes 7,000 dimes. 7,000 dimes is 500, excuse the finger there. 7,000 dimes is 500 ounces of silver. So this can is 500 ounces, and this can is 191. And we're working in the year 2021 to make this 500 as well. So that's a goal. That's my new project. And you know what? I'm, you know, a third of the way there. So that should be doable this year based on the current budget to get a whole 1,000 ounces of dimes. And so I decided that I wanted to go ahead and do the 1,000 ounces of dimes because it kind of follows a pattern of what I've been doing here. So I have 1,000 ounces of bars. So let's see if I can do this one-handed because it is kind of heavy. All right, muscles. So 500 ounces of bars right here, and 500 ounces of bars right there. So I got 1,000 ounces of bars together. And it turns out I also have 1,000 ounces of rounds. So this idea of kind of, you know, having 1,000 ounces of this and having 1,000 ounces of that, that's actually kind of a pattern that's emerged. I don't know if it was intentional, but I'm gonna go for it. So here's 500 ounces of bars. Notice this stack is a little bit higher, and it's because these are all in sheets, but this stack is a little bit lower. Yes, I've got some sheets here, but I've also got bars that are stacked in sideways there. So they stack a little more efficiently, and I can get more bars in the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out all of these bars and lay this out on the table so we can get a full picture of just how much this silver looks like. But kind of an introduction into that. And then I've got more 10-ounce bars. A little bit of a Christmas unboxing, and again, these kind of go tall. So, and I've got another 500 ounces of bars. Here's a lot of the Sunshine Mint bars, and we'll try to start laying all of those out. There's a lot of them. And then, oh boy, I didn't think this through. And then I've got rounds. And so we'll start pulling these rounds out and laying them out, and we'll figure out how to best display that. And here's more bars. And these actually, the 500 ounces of bars, 50 bars, 10-ounce bars, they lay really small in the can. So it's kind of interesting, right? It only takes up like 2/3 of the can here, but over here, it takes up the full can. So just depending on, you know, how they store, but luckily 500 ounces per ammo can seems to be doable. And here's more rounds. So I got 500 ounces of rounds here, 500 ounces of rounds there, and notice they perfectly fit, or it's pretty tight actually. And then I've got a situation where I've got, you know, actually just a small amount of sort of semi-numismatic rounds and various junk here. And I used to have a lot more in this can, but things have migrated to other cans. And the kids have bought me out of a lot of my numismatic stuff as well. And so then, and this is some miscellaneous junk silver, a lot of my $50 and a lot of my quarters and a lot of these mint state sets that are in here. So, you know, this will get a little bit more, we'll spread it out and show it out. But after the dimes project, after I'm done with another 7,000 dimes, as it stands right now, I believe I have around 10,000 dimes. I'm going to get to 14,000 dimes is the plan. But after I finish the dimes, or even maybe simultaneously while I'm finishing dimes, I think the next project is $50. And so, and I've already got, you know, a little bit of a start on $50, not very much, but I've got about, you know, I don't even know, $40, $60, $70 face value in $50 here. So I think I want to focus, if I can, on walkers, because I do like them and they're reasonable price. And so I'll go ahead and lay these out. But I just wanted to give a little bit of a breaking into the ammo can kind of, how does this look? How does this look when I start busting out the silver stack, how I'm storing it, give a little bit of an insight into that, and just kind of to have an indication of what's what in there. So that's the sort of stage one, and let me go ahead and start on stage two. It's going to take me a little while to start laying this out on the table and organizing it, and I have a feeling I'll need to bust into maybe another, you know, table or two, coffee table or something like this. All right, guys, coming back to you soon. All right, well, that was quite a chore, and we've laid everything out. So we're going to go through. I got multiple surfaces here to lay out the full stack silver stash. So what I did is I went ahead and put all the 10-ounce bars on the table here. And I kind of spaced them out evenly because, as you can see, I have a lot of these packaged NTR bars and packaged elemental bars. And these guys are in sheets. So you can see I got these sheets of bars here. So they're about 5 wide. And there's about 10 to a sheet. And so as I kind of laid them out on the table for you, I wanted to, you know, space all the bars out sort of similarly. So some of these Sunshine Mint bars, they are individually packaged. They're not in a sheet. They kind of space out to the same way. And then all of these other individually wrapped bars, or bars that are like the Zapmax here that's not wrapped. Here's an HW minting company. And I ran out of table space, guys. I tried to do this logically, but I have 250 10-ounce bars. So 2,500 ounces in 10-ounce bars, but spacing them, you know, 5 by 5, you know, 10 group by 10. I ran out of table based on that. I could probably shove these closer together, but that wouldn't really work out for some of this spacing. But I thought I'd go over some notable stuff. So I've got this JM Bullion bar, and I've got a couple AppMax. I won't mention the HW here. I've got these Silvertown 10-ounce bars. They're all kind of beat up. I've got these interesting ones, this Northwest Territorial Mint. I've got these guys that I still haven't done the research on. I got the impression they're a little bit more valuable or desirable. Here's another Silvertown bar. And then I've got these sort of standard generics, and I've got quite a few of them. So generally, you know, if you count it up, it's kind of like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then this makes, this little pile makes 50. And then as you go through, it's 250, right? And so Sunshine Mint, NTR, AppMix, more Sunshine Mint, Elemental, and more NTRs. So that is the 10 ounce silver bar full stack, but that's not all. That's just this 2,500 ounces. Let's go check out the other stash. All right, we'll start up here with the silver rounds. So this is my primary silver round stack. Each one of these stacks is 20 rounds. So you're looking at roughly, I guess $500 per stack here at $25 an ounce roughly, right? So as we're looking at these, I've got a lot of these RMC rounds, just tons of them. And all these stacks are pretty precarious. This is a full roll. And then, just the generic rounds here. But then I have all the interesting stuff. You have your Christmas rounds, and you have OPM rounds here, and you have these prospector rounds that are kind of semi-numismatic. I probably shouldn't have them in this generic pile. I guess they're generic. Yeah, I guess they're generic. And then, you've got all this variety of stuff that I've collected and grouped together in my generic pile. And in addition to those rounds, I have some of the semi-numismatic rounds over here. Some of these are, I don't know, they're an owl and a dog and the Queen's Beast, and here's an interesting Lindenberg round, and just a variety of things. I used to have a lot more of this stuff, but my kids have bought me out, so they keep buying my silver out, and they keep choosing the good stuff. So I'm almost out of these things, and I've been focusing on junk silver and dimes lately, so I haven't replenished as much. So, and the kids, you might have seen the cans earlier in the video. I'm not including the 3 cans that are not part of my stack, but there's probably 130 ounces of silver that they are collecting. So they're keeping up their savings here. So this is kind of the semi-numismatic that's left, and then the kids have some semi-numismatic, and then here is the other rounds. So that's kind of the rounds. And like I said, 1,000 ounces of rounds, and you're roughly looking at $500 per stack here. Then we get into the dimes, and this is all the dimes. What I've got here is these are all full tubes, 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 and those are all mercury dimes going all the way up. So each one of these is, well, it's about $100, right? $5 face value. It'll run you about $100 if you purchase a tube on any of the bullion dealers right now. So $100 per tube here. These are the Roosevelts, this row going forward, and these are these 2 rows here are half filled, right? Roughly half filled. They're randomly filled with the date and mint mark of each year. So some of them are more than others, and some are ready to go into the filled pile once they get a couple, 3 more, and others just have like 1 or 2. And then you have some of these weird ones, like this one's my Barbers. So I got, not even a half a tube of Barbers, but I only have 1 Canadian. So yeah, kind of random in terms of how much, but I've counted all of them. You can kind of see on the lids, I show exactly how many are in each tube, and I've counted them up and totaled them on the face value of the can. And so I kind of have an accurate count there of 191 ounces plus 500 ounces. So in terms of, after you calculate for the face value, right? So And roughly 10,000 dimes here, guys. 10,000 dimes. So hope to get that up to 14,000 dimes. That's the goal for 2021. All right, so we got the rounds, we got the dimes, we got the semi-numismatic, we got the bars. What's left? Oh, we got the junk silver. All right, so let's and you know what? Let me shed some light on this matter. So we got the junk silver. So I have the Mint State stuff, the United States Treasury for this 1964 packs, and I got a bunch of those packs in there. And we got some Morgan dollars, some silver dollars, which is surprisingly they're just the only amount of silver dollars that I have. I got some random silver pieces, including this sweet 3-ounce belt buckle. Okay, I can get this out of the way. There we go. This sweet 3-ounce belt buckle, Liberty. You know I'm wearing that every single day. I've never worn this once, but it's pretty awesome. And then I got I've got some bunch of Benjamins and a bunch of Walkers, and these are all 10 ounce or $10 face tubes. I've got some BU Kennedys, some other Kennedys, some Washington quarters, and a variety of standing Liberty. So I don't know. I have a kind of a philosophy that it's fun to see silver in motion. You know, when I watch a YouTube video and I'm interested, I kind of like seeing these things move and fall. So I'm just going to do this for you, just for giggles here, because sometimes it feels better to see, hey, this is all real. This is all real silver there. So yeah, I have to clean up. And yeah, it takes me time, but I think you guys kind of enjoy that. Seeing the Benjis and fall around there. To me, it's kind of nice, a nice visual, and gives you a flavor for just how much silver is going on. So, and then to kind of cap things off is my books of Mercury dimes. So I got 3 of these Whitman books of Mercury dimes, and my good book here where I put the best of the best. And so that kind of caps off my junk silver, which doesn't seem like that much junk silver until you consider the dimes, which is quite a lot. So my additional next goal here is to work on walkers. So I'd like to pick up, I'd like to start picking up 50 cent pieces. Maybe I'll pick up randoms and get a bunch of JFKs and Benjis and Walking Liberty $50. But I think if I can, I will select Walking Liberties, and I will shoot for 500 ounces or $700 face value, or 1,400 Walking Liberties. So if I can, that'll be the goal after the dimes, and I might work on that at the same time. I'll pick up both here and there depending on what is a better value. So I hope that is what you were looking for. And in terms of a silver full stack video, didn't want to unbox all the dimes. Oh my God, that'd be a nightmare. But the full stack, 4,500 ounces approximately worth. But yeah, you got 2,500. You got 2,500 ounces, 2,500 ounces in bars. 600 ounces in dimes, 2,000 ounces in rounds, and cats and dogs together are going to get you to 4,500 ish. And I have orders on the way, folks. I've already got things going, and so we are well on our way for more several hundred ounces to unbox coming shortly. So hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff as I continue on with my silver collecting journey on the road to 5,000 ounces and hopefully in 2021. All right, guys, have a great year. Take care. Bye.